Hello YouTube. Just found out this was not recording. So I'll tell you what I've done so far. This is an oatmeal cake requested by my neighbor with pecan coconut frosting. And what I've already added is a half a cup of quick oats, a 3/4 cup of boiling water, a half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 2/3 cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder, but baking soda, 1 egg, and 1/4 cup of shortening, which I used butter because I don't have shortening. Shortening will be a little bit lighter, but butter will absolutely work as well. And in my opinion, it tastes better anyway. So now we're at the mixing stage. I'm going to mix this all up. I thought it was recording and it wasn't, so I had to start the recording to tell you what I put in. Okay, looks like this is pretty much stirred up. A few little chunks of butter in there. Got those all smashed up. Okay, now this is going to go into an oven at 350 degrees for 23 to 5 minutes. It's going to go in a pan. It calls for a 9x9. You grease it, flour it, but I only have a 9x13, so this is going to be a little bit thinner cake. But I'm pretty sure it'll work all right. I'll just watch the time because it'll take less time to cook. So I will put this in the oven, and then I will show you when it's, well, actually, I have my pan. I'll just put this in the pan. It looks like oatmeal you could eat for breakfast, but this is supposed to be a cake. So we'll see. Let's see how this turns out. Smells okay. In my opinion, it's got a lot of sugar. I probably, if I was going to make something like this for me, it'd be half the sugar, or some kind of substitute, honey or guava nectar or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to spread this out. And I'll put this in the oven, 350 degrees for 23 to 25 minutes. And I will bring you back. Okay, while the cake is baking, I will be doing the frosting. So what I need for the frosting is 3 tablespoons of melted butter, a third cup of brown sugar, which this is 2/3, so I'm just going to do half of this. All right, and half a cup of sweetened shredded coconut flakes, and making a little bit of a mess. Oh well, that's what happens when you bake. Okay, so it goes in there, and then I need chopped nuts, which this is pecans and peanuts, and this is a half a cup, and 2 tablespoons of milk, I suppose you could use any type of milk that you like. probably doesn't even have to be cow's milk, goat milk, or coconut milk, or whatever you want. Okay, and the last thing is vanilla. Now I'm gonna need, and excuse me, I don't have the expensive vanilla. Can't afford it. But this still tastes good. Okay, and I have a teaspoon of that. And we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. This is the frosting. I don't know about this frosting. I've never made this cake before, so I'm just doing what it tells me to do. So this works out well, which I hope it does. I can keep this recipe and do it again, but she'll let me know if it turns out well. It's all right, I guess. Okay then, I'll bring you back when the cake is done and we're ready to frost. Okay, the cake is done, and now I need to frost it and put it back into the oven so the coconut can get just slightly brown. And while that's happening, you really have to keep your eye on it, because it can cook so fast. You know, I'll be standing at the oven, you know, making sure that it doesn't overcook. This isn't like a regular frosting. This is more like a topping, I would think. But they call it frosting, but I would call it a topping. Smells really good though. Okay, back into the oven. Okay, all done. Oatmeal cake with pecan coconut frosting. Have a great one, everyone. God bless.